drafted its statutes, built his firms, filled his chambers, taught in his classrooms, and held their ground in regions or seasons when the law was not welcomed in this country. We have received all of it as our due, and we have sat and said thank you to almost none of them. That ends this afternoon. The second reason, instruction. There is a kind of knowledge in this profession that no textbook has ever managed to hold. When to abandon a good point, how a bad case feels in the third week, what a judge means by a silence, the precise moment at which advocacy stops persuading and begins to irritate. You cannot examine anyone on it. You cannot put it on a reading list. It passes by proximity and by nothing else, by sitting near someone who already has it. So we have built this lecture for one purpose, above all others, to put our students in the room with you. Our elders settled all of this in a proverb long before any of us was in a position to make a speech about it. That is, it is not a taboo to return and fetch what you have left and forgotten. I have come to think that Sankofa is the finest statement of the doctrinal precedent ever composed. State decisis is nothing but a common law going back for what it left behind. Today, the school does what it has always instructed its students to do. It goes back for what it left behind. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present you a practical roadmap for today's business. And I begin with the observation that a vision that cannot be reduced to date is only a mood. And this school has no further use for moods. This lecture does not stand alone. It is the first of 5 undertakings. And I shall place all 5 before you now, so that you may hold us to every one of them. First, in the coming academic year, we shall establish a proper alumni association, a constituted body with a register, with officers, and with a life of its own, so that a graduate's connection to this school survives the day the gown comes off. Second, in April next year, we shall host our first alumni homecoming and bring under one roof every generation in this school has produced. Those called last year, those called when this republic was young. Third, from next year, we shall begin a standing series of colloquium for and on the questions actually pressing upon our profession. Among them, a corporate law forum and a mentorship platform for younger practitioners. We are working to have attendance credited towards continuing professional development points. Fourth, we shall bring our alumni in active practice into the making of our curriculum. Roscoe Pound handed this profession a distinction more than a century ago that it has never managed to shake off. And that is the law in books and the law in action. The one is what we write down, teach, and examine. The other is what actually befalls a litigant on a Thursday afternoon like this, in a crowded registry before a Thai court, and Pound's complaint was not that the two diverge. He was too good a lawyer to expect the otherwise. His complaint was that we had grown comfortable with the divergence, and that is a profession may come to treat the gap between his doctrine and his practice as weather rather than as failing. This school would not grow comfortable with it. We intend to narrow. We teach must answer to what our graduates will actually meet. Fifth and the final point, we shall make common cause with the bar, take our proper part in his events, and stand behind our students in the events they mount for themselves. A school that will not sit with the profession has no business claiming to prepare anyone for it. And on that note, I place all of these that I have said before you, not as an announcement. I place it before you as an invitation. And I mean every word of it. If you were called to the bar last year, you have a place for it. If you were called to the bar a century ago, there is a place for you in this. If you have spent your working life in the courtroom, the ministry, the boardroom, or the classroom, there is a place for you in this. This school does not measure his alumni by their titles. It measures them by one thing only, whether they are willing to come back up this hill. I am asking you, or I am not asking you in this case for a great deal. I am asking you to come back. And for us, we are greatly honored this afternoon to have two distinguished products of this school. His Lordship Justice Yoni Kulendi and His Lordship Justice Sir Dennis Ajay to be with us and to deliver to us speeches on various topics that will be tremendous importance to all of us. They will speak to two matters lying close to the heart of our profession and our public, but with a common conclusion: how we train our lawyers and how we deliver justice. On this note, let me conclude with a necessary repetition. This house is not held up by bricks. It is not held up by his budget, nor by the buildings, nor by the length of his reading list. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is held up by return. And a law school is not finally judged by the number it admits, nor by the halls it raises, nor even the examination it says. It is judged by one thing: the quality of the conscience it releases into the world, and by whether that conscience, having gone out into the world, ever thinks it's worthwhile to come back home. I thank you for your attention.
Professor Peter Atudiwe Atopare is the Dean of the University of Ghana School of Law and our host. We're very grateful to you, sir, for your service. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? After a father speaks, a son can now speak. Please do permit me to introduce myself. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and today I'll be serving you very humbly from here on the stage as your master of ceremony. It's my hope that today we will all leave lasting memories on every single person who is at the receiving end of the conversations here. And of course, this will become custom within the walls of this great institution, and of course become an impact point for the people of our beloved nation, Ghana. Lord Justices of the Superior and other courts of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen of distinguished measure, at this time, I would also like to say greetings to all of our friends who are joining us on various streams, on all of the official media handles, or the official new media handles of the University of Ghana. At this time, please do permit me to pay respects to seasoned and dedicated members of the bench who are here to support us today. Ahead of time, I would like to send special greetings to one of our two distinguished speakers who has devoted and dedicated his time to be a part of this pioneering effort. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, one more time, shall we acknowledge Justice Sir Dennis Ajay. Considering that we are a people of tradition, we will introduce him properly at the right time. But at this time, please do also permit me to pay my respects to a godfather figure and one who has shown massive interest in the things and the doings of the academia, considering that he has quite a lot on his plate as a seasoned member of the bench. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Justice Kweku Akabuafo, Justice of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Ghana. Your Lordship, we're grateful. Also supporting us today is a Justice of the Court of Appeal of the Republic of Ghana, Justice Charles Jemfi Dankwa. All our respects, Your Lordship. I'd also like to especially acknowledge the presence of a Justice of the High Court, Justice Sedinam Awo Kwadam. Your Ladyship, we're grateful. At this time, I would also like to say a very big thank you to those who believed in the idea. I'm talking about friends in the corporate system in this country who have brought resources together to ensure that today becomes a part of the flipping chapters of the story of this great institution. At this time, I'd especially acknowledge Ali Nachia and Associates. Shall we do a big round of applause for them? And of course, the founder of that firm, who is also a seasoned legal practitioner and of course a dedicated senior lecturer of this institution, is here with us. Shall we do a big round of applause for Professor Abdallah Ali Nachia? Please do take your seats. Thank you very much. Just like Ali Nachia, GMPC believed in the idea and decided to come on board as a sponsor. Shall we do a big round of applause for them? We are also grateful to the National Petroleum Authority and Boston Justice Yoni Kulendi. Also one of our distinguished speakers for this very important gathering. Your Lordships, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our friends from the Ghana Dance Ensemble to start things off this evening with a touch of appreciation of our culture through music and dance. Do remember that in our beloved nation, Ghana, we are defined by many things. And one of the key things that we always refer to in our culture is the symbolic movements and the rhythmic tunes of our music, which sells us to the rest of the world. At this time, I'd like all of us to do a warm round of applause as we welcome our friends from the Ghana Dance Ensemble to treat us to a traditional performance.